right, welcome back to another edition of the Davey Gillum Show. We're here live tonight here in the Anderson County Fieldhouse. If you've not seen this place, you're going to get a little look at it tonight right there. It's a special place, a lot of fun right here. We put a lot of work, time, and effort into it. I'm joined tonight by head football coach Davey Gillum. Coach, thanks again for taking time away from your day to come up here and spend some time with us and talk a little bit about the Mavericks, the 3-0, ranked number 2 in the state Mavericks right now. Coach, rankings are what they are, 3-0s are what they are, but got to be proud of this team so far. They've done some really nice stuff right there. Scored a lot of points. Been good enough on defense to win some football games.
Yeah, like you're saying, rankings, don't mean a whole lot at the end of the day. But I think about 10 years ago, we were getting where we were ranked in the top 5 regularly.
Yeah.
And then where we were ranked 1 or 2 regularly. And then Greenville kind of come on the scene, and it's been us and Greenville and E-Town for a while.
Yeah.
But really, being ranked 1, 2, or 3 right now in 4A is a big deal.
Right.
With us, E-Town,
Upperman
Greenville,
sitting out there at number 1.
Upperman, won it. Was right there last year. Everybody back, so undefeated right now. A couple other teams out west, Haywood and Dyer County.
Marshall County's on that list as well.
So a lot of good football teams in 4A. Probably the thickest class in all the categories in Tennessee right now.
And the folks across the state are obviously they're seeing us on. We've been on TV. I think every game we've played, so folks have seen that and recognized some things that we're doing well right there.
The quality of wins, beating Bearden team that has already beaten Knox West. Played Alcoa down to the last second. Those type things. Beating Powell, who looks like one of the best 2 or 3 5As in the state right now. So. Pretty good resume right now.
Yeah. My mic is gone. Should be. Yeah. Nope. It was. How did it get turned off?
So, again, pretty good resume right now. We get into region play starting this week.
Yeah.
Well, actually starting last week with Fulton.
A big win over Fulton. We'll talk a little bit about that, Coach. Fulton's a good football team. What great tradition. I think 6 state championships right there. Just some incredible. They do a great thing at Fulton. I was reading their kind of a media guide they bring with them, and I meant to bring that out here with us today. But they've got a little media guide that kind of tells the history of the games with Anderson County and Fulton. And as I was reading it right there, it was 9 wins to 8 losses us up until Friday, and then we won again. So now we're 10 wins to the 8 losses with Fulton in the series. It's been a great game for a lot of years, a lot of great memories.
That's an
I think
impressive
3 overtime wins, I think, that they mentioned in their historical piece that they put out.
Yeah, that's an impressive record there, considering Fulton's history. Anderson County's got a rich tradition ourselves.
Yeah.
But, winning quite a few state titles through the 2000s, that's one of the more storied programs in Tennessee in the last 25 years. So
Justin Long back in the head there doing a great job.
Former Fulton quarterback back in the coaching staff there, doing a good job, getting a lot of excitement back in the program.
Yeah.
A lot of new players in there. Very athletic team. So they come to town. Offensively, they gave us a little bit of trouble. Had a couple of really athletic kids.
Yeah.
I think overall our defense played really well on the night. I think they had about 4 or 5 positive plays, but the danger with that kind of speed, it only takes one. So each of those out of the 5 plays that they had that were positive, 4 of them went for touchdowns.
A couple of them I remember, Coach, safeties fit really well right in the middle right there. They fit up right off the edge, and then the kid bounces it, and no one's out there.
We got a little too far inside, corners and safeties included, and we sucked in. He bounced it quick, and
it's over.
We just
track meet then.
I mean, it was a major error on our part, but that kind of athleticism can test you. Maybe you see some things you hadn't seen before as far as athleticism. So help our kids understand just how hard it is to keep leverage and keep their responsibilities against that kind of speed and athleticism.
On the back end, we talk about there were a couple of jump ball situations. I think Coach Vance did a great job last week talking about going up and getting the ball. We worked a lot of drills going up and getting the ball, but they were able to go up and get 2 on us right there. One in the end zone was really just a throw up ball, and they got it. The other one was a throw up on the sideline over there where he just tossed it up and the kid just out jumped us. And
well, I think the one you were talking about, the jump ball, was a great play by that kid.
He did.
Caught us out of position a little bit. We weren't really in position. We had a corner that was underneath, wasn't really his responsibility, and safety was a little late getting over the top. So we weren't in real good position from the safety position to make a jump on the ball. So their kid did make a great play there. The other, I think they had 3 other go balls, and they basically caught us in man-to-man in those situations. And Really, the receiver they has one of the better, I think, in East Tennessee right now. Really athletic kid, and then the quarterback did a good job of just throwing it out there, leading their guy outside. Probably got away with a little push off on all three.
He did.
But to their credit, that's the way we would coach our receiver to do it. And, and they did it, got away with it.
I think he got Riley, almost pushed him down on the one in the corner over by the concession stand.
He tried it a little earlier in the game, and Riley actually grabbed his wrist on the push off and was able to keep him in face.
I think he got a PI on that too for grabbing his wrist. Maybe not.
Not on that one, no. But
another one grabbed his wrist.
You know, they're dangerous in that respect. But the rest of the game, I think they struggled for positive yards. Our run fits were not perfect, but kept them in long yardage situations. Any other success seemed like maybe we had a couple of penalties that extended some drives to help those touchdowns along. I know we'd held them to a 3rd and really long, and it was going to be a punt, and we get a face mask call, some things like that. Some timely penalties on our part really aided them, I think, Friday night.
Let's talk a little bit about offense, Coach. Defense, we won the game. We held them to 28 right there, and did a great job. An athletic team that can score anytime they get the ball. Basically, offensively, put up 40 points again right there. A great job right there in the air on the ground. Did some really nice stuff. We're missing an offensive lineman.
48 points, and you felt bad about it. It wasn't as clean as what we normally like.
Right.
We did have our starting center out and had Vance Young stepped up, got his first start. Sophomore.
Yeah, big
It's going to be a really good lineman for us down the road. A little bit of a chaotic defense to get your first start against. And
yes, it was.
Vance has been playing tackle and guard, and he got thrown at center, so it was 2 new variables for him on Friday night. But he did well. We did have some kids out during the week at a guard and tackle slot, and I think a little bit of schematical problems that Fulton provides with movement up front, bringing safeties a lot. Were really the only thing slowed us down. The lack of communication. We had some missed assignments here and there, a few negative plays. But for the most part, I think we scored about every possession.
Let's talk about the one big negative, because we were on the 1-yard line right there, and they handed off to LaRue, and he takes it 99 yards. This is a great play right here. You'll see it.
So on the night we had
what a great run, and now he's off to the race. You're not going to catch him.
And you can see this is one of the faster teams in East Tennessee.
He gets slowed down there about the get and go.
We've got it in slow motion, but Waylon roasts him. And again, Waylon's even on the clock from what Triple F's registered is almost a 10th faster than the fastest kids in Knoxville right now. And you're seeing that play out on Friday nights. Waylon rushed for over 200 yards on Friday night.
Yeah, should have been 300 if that one counted.
Yeah, would have been 300. I think he's averaging close to 175 yards rushing on a Friday night, on pace to have a record-breaking year for us, which is saying a lot with some of the running backs we've had in this locker room.
Sure.
But that goes to also not just with Waylon, but the play we're getting at quarterback and on the perimeter and the O-line. Even though the O-line wasn't perfect, still a good night. I think Waylon had in the 20-plus carries, which is the most he's ever had. So, and he was sick. So he'd been sick 2 or 3 days, had been throwing up for the game. So hats off to him, how tough he is and how hard he played.
Another great clip right here. Going to be in the trips at the bottom there, open at the top.
This is Waylon, we call a little outside zone.
Look at the blocking.
Dorton and the O-line.
He's taking that guy down.
And the one thing you see there is he finishing the block, but you know, Dorton really cleaned house around that left edge there and gave him a lane. And Waylon don't need a whole lot.
Right.
But you know, the perimeter, our receivers, really through 3 games have been lights out.
Yeah.
Our perimeter blocking on fast screens and run plays is better than it's ever been. Yeah. And you know, we knew going in this year that we weren't, you know, the typical Nick Moog, Gavin No, Mason Phillips type running back where these guys are hammering downhill. We were going to have to play to Waylon speed. We spent a lot of time on the perimeter in the summer and spring focusing on perimeter blocking.
Sure did.
And those guys have really done a great job. Trent Strickland, Pyatt, Izzy, Riley Wolfenbarger, and my man Hapney all have done a good job on the perimeter. But it's been a point of emphasis, and Coach Ford and Coach Braden's done a good job.
Now it looks like set up the option.
So fast, the windows close a little quicker than you're seeing right there. Orlando, we'll have him on here in a few minutes. He can explain that to us a little bit more. What he sees is those windows get closed a little quicker and still got to get the ball in there, and he was able to do that.
You know, really the only thing slowing Landon right down is us at play calling. We went into the season wanting to focus early on run game first and getting some things tied up with the OL. We got, again, we've said it a lot, but we've got a lot of really good players we like. but it takes time to develop chemistry. There's still 9 new starters that are working together, and we're trying to be patient, trying to keep the team in good situations, logistical as far as first and second down, good situations, and then using Landon as a counterpuncher, but which is hard as a quarterback to say, all right, now we're taking a shot and you got to make it. Right. So he's done a fabulous job. I think he threw for 275, 278 on Friday, 3 touchdowns.
700 yards in 3, over
778 in 3 games. So even with our limited throwing in volume, so we're throwing 20 times at the most a game right now, and so we're about 50-50 run pass, which is where you want to be at the end of the day, especially playing great teams like Bearden and Powell. Any of these big games, whether it's you get in the playoffs and you're playing Greenville and E-Town, when you get lopsided in the run or the pass game, your days are numbered.
Right.
So
we've read that book before.
Yeah, so being able to be successful early against some of the best teams, the biggest teams in the state's been a really bright spot, because our best days are ahead of us, especially in a passing game. So Landon's averaging 260 yards a game already.
Yeah.
I think averaging 3 touchdowns in the air. So really been lights out. We did have a pick on Friday, wasn't on Landon. We did have a bust in protection. It wasn't, none of our busts, whether in a run game or pass game Friday night, were due to talent. It was really just a little bit of a sloppy night for us. I think the kids being out in new center, just a lack of communication with the different looks. So we fanned out to the left, and the left guard didn't get the call, and he went right, and the left tackle fanned out, and a 3 technique found himself unblocked.
Fulton will find that when you do that.
And then Landon got hit in the back in the middle of a throw that was going to be a wide open touchdown.
Yeah.
So, but those things happen. That's part of the process, especially getting young guys in. But it was those type situations that were the only thing that slowed us down on Friday. When we got bodies on bodies, we really crushed them up front. Receivers blocked all night. Receivers beat their guys one-on-one. Landon threw the ball great. Still, as coaches, we were a little frustrated because there was more of those busts in the scheme part than we liked. Just a negative here and there was frustrating. But to score 49 points or 48 points and be frustrated is a good sign for this team's potential.
Yeah, excited about that. Coach, we're going to take a quick break. We got some special guests here with us. I think everybody's eating their sandwiches there, and they're ready to get on here and talk a little bit. We'll bring them up in just a few minutes. Coach, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Davey Gillum Show.
24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. All-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4, $67,950. 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT, $41,950. 2023 Ford Escape ST Line, $28,940. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show. Coach Gillum, he's going to get something to drink. I think he'll be back here in just a minute. We've joined by a very special guest, former Maverick for life, Michael Malakote. Michael, thanks for taking time out of your day today.
Yes, sir.
And come on the show. You've been on the show a few times there, but we're always glad to have you back and talk a little football. And we want to talk a little bit about something special that you helped do for the team this year that I know it's special to you, and it's become special to our team and our community now. It's part of our team now. The big Peterbilt truck out there. Can you tell us a little bit about that? When did you get it? How long have you had it? What have you done with it? And now what do we got?
Well,
it's like a mega truck.
I mean, I've had trucks. I've got 5 or 6 trucks total, I guess, similar to that one. And
yeah.
I just had an idea, and I thought, what if we did this, and let's make it become a reality.
Yeah.
For our football program, and because it's obvious that this football program it's a class act, and I think if we're going to do something, and we need to
set the
look
standard.
good doing it, we set the standard. That's
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a challenge getting it done.
Yeah.
Especially in the time frame, but
right.
we did it.
Yeah.
So I enjoy challenges, and we got it done.
So if you go to any college campus, and I love college campuses. I try to go to one every Saturday. Different college campuses all over the South. Whether it be SEC or Division II, Division III, wherever it is. I try to visit those schools. Went to Jamie Chadwell School a few weeks ago. We're going to go back there. Going to take some of our guys over there and visit with Liberty. But one of the first things that sticks out to you in any football program when you go is the truck. It's there. It sticks out, and we go on Vanderbilt's campus or Tennessee's campus, you're going to see their truck and trailer out there, and it's an amazing piece and part of their football program. And what a treat it is to have one in our program, and for it to be as nice and as put together as the one that we have. It's got the LED blue lights on it on the truck and the trailer.
Yep.
So we did get to take it to Science Hill, even though we didn't get to play a game. We certainly took that truck. You hauled that truck to Johnson City up there, and when we pulled on campus, you could see flocks of our fans and their fans trying to see what that was pulling in on campus.
Checking it
coming
out.
to check it out. And then after the game, we didn't get to play the game, but after they called the game, their fans were up there. You had it lit up, looked like a blue Christmas tree up there. It was lit up, looked great, lit the whole area up, blue up there. And the Science Hill fans were up there taking pictures with it, and seeing it was almost like a movie character almost sitting up there.
Well, and since then we had some more lights ordered, so I got it up the shop and got the guys to put the additional lights on it. So hopefully Friday night we'll get to light it up good.
Yeah.
And it should light up a little better than
to
what it was.
take it down Chapman Highway is going to be a real treat right there, going down the 4-lane Chapman Highway and heading over to Seymour. Coach, or Mike, you played here. Did y'all play Seymour when you were here? Did y'all ever get to go against them?
No.
Have you been on that campus before?
I've never been over there before.
They've got, it's in Sevier County. It's funded by Sevier County Schools. They do a great job with their facilities over there. They've got a nice new turf field right there. Just do a good job with what they have right there in Sevier County with the pot of tax money that they get from Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. And so they've got some real nice facilities, and I'm excited to add to that when we pull that big truck up there. I'm going to see how big their parking spot's up there. I'm going to see how you do right there.
Oh, we'll get it in there. That's not a problem. We'll get in there one way or another.
Yeah, I called over there and talked to their athletic director, Jason Trouse, today, and he was excited to see the truck. He already knew of it, knew he was already making plans to make sure we had a great place to park it right there. We've got so many things. It's almost like a traveling circus when we go. There's 3 or 4 tents. There's a medical tent. There's a big fan. And, 90 sets of shoulder pads and helmets and gear that these guys all travel with. They take more stuff than they wear, but they do have bags, and they're completely full. So it's great. And I'll tell you, normally in the years past, Mike, we would travel and put those bags would all stack on each other, and you'd be stepping on them to get to the fan or get to the other tents or get into whatever it is you need. Trying to find something in that dark, small trailer was a nightmare. Well, this one's lit up inside. It's easily accessible. All the bags are hung all the way down the trailer on the inside, so everything is in order. It's not going to be stepped on. Nothing's going to be damaged. Guys, you'll appreciate this. Your stuff won't be wet when a water barrel tips over and gets all the things that are on the floor soaking wet. Your stuff will never get wet again because it's going to be hung. So it's really nice. And if you've ever traveled with a football team and opened up the trailer to notice one of the ice barrels or water barrels has been tipped over or leaked, and half your stuff is soaking wet before you get into the game. It's not a pleasant experience, not a standard in the way we want to do things in Anderson County for sure. And so I want to tell you thanks for that. It's a real treat to have that trailer, and that truck is spectacular. It stands off, and I know when you ride down the road, it's got to be a sense of pride for you to ride down the road in it, because it's such a nice piece.
Well, I mean, it's truly been an honor just to do it for the football program and these kids. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, hopefully we'll outgrow it. And if we outgrow it, guess what? We'll get another one. So,
I love it. I love
the way it
it.
goes.
True Maverick form and fashion right there.
That's right.
I love it. You've been around the program a long time. How have you seen it change? And like I said, you played here in the 90s with Coach Gillum and Coach Jowell and these guys. How have you seen it change? To come back, 30 years later, 20 years later, to see it change and watch it develop, it's got to be a great source of pride for you to watch it grow.
And one of the things is that I've noticed, I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from the community. When I played here, we had great community support, but one of the things I've noticed is the additional community support.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, whoa, just, people coming here that don't have kids in school here, just coming to watch a game. And I mean, but that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And, you see that trailer rolling down the road, and, you don't ever know, it may catch a young man's eye, and he say, hey, I want to be a part of that.
I guarantee you. Me too.
So
yeah, me too.
It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's exciting for me, and like I said, just watching it go down the road, and I didn't ride the bus when we came back from Science Hill. I drove, but to drive behind that thing and see it and see the attention that it was getting going down the interstate was just. I got a great rolling footage, Brad. I'm gonna send you that, and we'll put that on next week. Some great footage of the truck riding down the interstate. Folks driving out of the way to get out of the way of it, because it looks like a monster going down through there. It's really nice. We've got a real trip treat over to Seymour. It's going to be a great time. We're going to leave about 3:30 on Friday. You're going to be ready to go there.
Looking forward to
up, get the
looking
lights
forward to
on,
it. Yep.
Get the horn going.
Yep.
And we'll get over there and have a great night. We're going to bring you back here in just a few minutes. We've got a pick 'em section. Okay.
Sounds good.
We'll talk to a couple of players, and then we'll bring you back up, and we're going to pick some games. Thanks for coming by today and visiting with us. Thanks for the truck.
Anytime.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
for everything that you do. We'll publicly do that. Make sure to thank you for everything that you do for Anderson County High School. Our school and our kids would not get the same things that they get without your support, and we thank you.
I appreciate that. And like I said, it's truly an honor to be a small part of the success that we have here.
Yes, sir.
So.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll be right back in just a few minutes on the Davey Gillum Show.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game in this 24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need. the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
All right, welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show. I'm your host, Gary Terry. I'm joined tonight by number zero, the very first zero in Anderson County football history right here, Taylor Davis. Congratulations on that, by the way. You earned that.
You.
We had a little competition in the wintertime. We was going to wear that zero, and Taylor won that. So congratulations to you, the very first number zero for the rest of time in Anderson County football. And number 10, Landon Hensley right there. Landon, guys, thanks for taking time out of your evening to come join the show. I know y'all got lots of studying to do, and that's what you would normally be doing if you weren't here is studying, doing your homework. But you took some time out tonight to come and join us, and we appreciate that. So thanks. Guys, congratulations on a 3-0 start. Congratulations on a big win on a region opponent. Fulton is certainly a formidable opponent. They're good. They do a lot of things that give us problems just with the alignment assignment and their speed and quickness, those type things. And so congratulations on a big win. Taylor, how's that feel to be 3-0? You've watched 7 years of Maverick football go undefeated in the region, and you carried that on. Friday night, you got another opportunity coming up this Friday night, but let's talk about Fulton a little bit. Congratulations there. Let's do this first. You two guys, y'all, there was a little pass connection there on Friday night. Can you tell me a little bit about that? That was you tell us about the catch. Of course, you made a great run out of it, and you can tell us about the throw if you were nervous about making it right there. But go ahead and start us off there with the great catch.
I mean, that's been like Little League times. I haven't ran the ball or anything since Little League. So I was definitely nervous, and they called the play. I was like, okay. And I had to, like, double, triple check, make sure I knew what play we was running. And then just caught it.
Instincts took over.
And I just turned the corner and took off.
You're a little faster than I thought you were. I haven't seen you run that fast unless we're serving up some food or something somewhere down there. But I did see you run fast on Friday night. You picked them up and put them down on Friday night. Congratulations. There's a great catch and great run.
Thanks,
feel good about it? You ready to do another one?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. So you got here's what happens, too, with receivers and quarterbacks sometimes. If you catch a ball sometimes from them, you just catch that first one, they'll throw that second one to you. And if you catch that second one, they'll trust you and throw that third one to you, too. So good job right there. Landon, tell us a little bit about that throw play call. You knew what it was. You knew the couple of options that you had right there. Those didn't go the way you wanted them to. You found Taylor sitting over there and threw a great ball.
Sir, I'm with Taylor. When they first called that, I had to look at it again. I was like, here we go.
You throw one right on him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Felt good about it when it left your hand?
Oh, it felt fine. It felt good.
Yeah.
But he really turned on the jets after he caught it.
You were surprised?
Yeah.
You had that look of surprise on your face right now, like maybe you knew he was kind of fast, but you know he was that fast.
Yeah,
So tell me, was it you were so fast because you thought you might get tackled by one of those guys, or you just said I got to get out of here?
No, I just had my eyes on the end zone.
Yeah,
that's where I was
trying
headed.
to get your name in the paper.
That's where I was going.
Well, you certainly got it in the stat line right there. That was a great job right there, catching that ball and getting down the field. Anything else Friday night sticks out to you? What you remember Friday night?
What y'all was talking about later, and he'd be on later. That 99-yard run.
Yeah.
I was super bummed about it. We come around the edge, and I turn and look at Waylon's here.
So
I turn around and look back, and there's one guy to beat.
And he cuts it.
And I hit him, and then Waylon's just gone. And I look up, and he's running down the sideline, and then the ref's blowing the whistle. like he was wanting to call it back, and I thought it was on me originally because the ref was pointing at me.
Yeah.
And it like made me upset at first, but then I realized that it was back on the offensive line. So
Yeah.
But I was bummed about that.
I had the PAT team running out there. I was trying to get them off the field because I knew it was coming back. They were running out there ready to get set up. It was a mess.
Yes, sir.
We had 30 kids on the field at one time out there. Landon, tell us about your Friday night. What's your memorable play? There's that long run again. There's a great blocker out there. Goodness sakes, do you see that? It was a crushing block. And then it's racetrack time, 100-meter dasher out there, and we know who's going to win that. Great run. Everybody's excited. Look, everybody down there cheering. Yeah, fun. Landon, tell us about what do you remember about Friday night? What's going to stick out to you about that night?
Last touchdown pass. I think Coach Ford signaled in the wrong play.
Yeah.
We still got it.
Got it corrected. You know what's fun is from the sidelines, and I've been doing this a long time with Coach Gillum since 2009. He's a magician at this, is calling those plays that get some people just wide open. Like that has the defense so confused, and the quarterbacks and the receivers are all on page, and like there's somebody running wide open down the seam. Yeah, and like all you gotta do is drop one in there. There's a little pressure when you see one that wide open.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't lay it up there. You got to stick it on them.
It's worse when they're wide open.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that.
That's fun. Well, guys, what do you think about Seymour? You got to see a little bit of Seymour right there. I know they've got a big running back. We'll talk about him a little bit when we have some defensive guys up here. But offensively, looking at their defense, you feel good about the ability to run and throw the football on Friday night.
Oh yeah,
Great about it.
I feel like we're going to be real strong against they run the 4-2.
Yeah.
They're not like Fulton at all. They're very organized, and when they're blitzing, you can tell they're blitzing.
Right.
So I don't think it'll be any guessing game at all. We should be good up front with the big guys, and then whenever I'm in, picking up my back blocks and just helping out with pass protection, all that stuff that I do. I feel like we'll definitely do good there.
Good.
I don't really have a worry on offense.
We've scored a lot of points the last 3 games, gentlemen, so let's go do it again on Friday. Tell us a little bit about Friday for you. What are you looking for?
I feel like it will be really won't be as much of a challenge passing-wise this game because Fulton was really fast.
They closed the windows on you quick. I talked about it earlier a little bit with Coach Gillum about the windows. We talk about the area that is where you're going to throw it and where they are currently. And how that just shrinks quickly.
It shrinks quickly, especially against Fulton.
Yeah, they got good instincts and they're fast. And so they coach them up, do a good job. I think Seymour coaches their kids up. They do a great job on the back end right there, too. I don't think they're as fast. And I think you've got some opportunity right there to have a big night stat-wise. Got to make sure our receivers catch the ball. Got to make sure our offensive line does their job up front. And Waylon LaRue, of course, we'll have him on in just a few minutes, and we'll see what he's feeling like and how he's preparing himself for a 4-quarter game as well. We're going to transition, guys. We'll bring some offensive linemen up. 2 guys that are in front of you guys right there leading the way. We have Jeremy Hall and Eli Dorton. You guys are veterans on the show. They keep coming back. I think it's because, one thing, I've said this before, these guys love to eat, and anytime we offer up food, they're going to show up. And, like, if we're going to take a ACT test and we're offering up food, they're showing up for it. Or if we're doing a show, the food is good and they're on their way. Guys, Jeremy, welcome to the show. Like, again, I know you got lots of stuff that you could be doing. Eli headed to middle college, got lots of homework I'm sure they're giving out there at Roan State, so we'll make this quick so you guys can get back to your studies. I know y'all like to study and do your homework at night, so we'll make this quick for you. Jeremy, guys, again, congratulations on a 3-0 start. It's a standard at Anderson County the last 7 years. We put that in play to win our region, to get home field advantage. This year we've talked about this and we'll continue to talk about it. Home field advantage means that first round, second round, third round playoff games are played at Anderson County High School, and you've got to come here and beat us here to advance to the 4th round. And that's a huge advantage. It happened for us in 2022. And ended up in a state championship right there. So we've got some great hurdles to overcome in the next few weeks to get that, but certainly something that's out there for you. Are you thinking about that at all, or are you dialed in on Seymour right now?
I'm dialed in on Seymour because I've been watching a lot of film.
Yeah.
And it's mainly just we got to do our assignment and just watch their backers because they tell you when they're going to blitz.
Yeah.
And all we got to do is just kind of stay on our track.
Yeah.
Like, don't go, like, back like I did on the 6 and ruin the 99-yard touchdown. But
that's great. That's awesome. I can't wait to have Waylon up here and hear his side on that. Yeah. I'll tell you,
it was a terrible call.
Watching the film, you know, I didn't feel like it was I didn't feel like it was a high-low block. I felt like you engaged the guy and he was already on his way down, and you'd already left him before. So there's the high and there's the low. And so I don't think you planned out. I think it happened like that.
Yeah,
miscommunication up front. It had nothing to do with the play. And like I said, they called it back. It got called back. Guess what? We went right down the field and took care of business anyway.
Yep.
That was a great block by Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor, great block right there. And once again, I can never get tired of watching that.
Yeah, he's so fast for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, genetics. It's certainly not because he has long legs or anything like that. Cause he's shorter than me, I think. Maybe we'll stand up and have a height contest here, and we'll see that. Guys, again, a great season, a great start. And what's great about Friday night is we had one of our offensive linemen was injured and didn't play Friday night. May not play this Friday night. He might, but he may not. But again, you brought a sophomore in. Vance, talk about Vance a little bit. Did a great job right there. Came in there to be a sophomore. If you can remember being a sophomore, what that felt like. And Friday night starts in your first region game, in the first region game of the season, the one that means so much. Blackout night, a lot of distractions, a lot of craziness outside the fence. Vance comes in, does a good job. Y'all gel it right there and make it happen, even with some mistakes and some things like that we talk about there on the show. Some mistakes up front. Got us a 99-yard touchdown call back. Guess what? Overcame it, went right back down the field and scored.
Yeah. Vance just great player. Competes.
Big kid. Yeah.
Competes with us for sure.
I love it. Yeah.
Being a younger guy, he's just going to be great for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does good. It's just he needs to work on like his communication and stuff because he don't have what Tybo has with communication.
Right. Ty's got about 2 years of starts under his belt, and Vance got his first one.
Yeah.
So
and he done good with like being like physical and stuff.
Yeah.
And like on double teams and everything.
Yeah.
He done good on that.
That's why I like watching Vance in practice too. I think Vance is a physical player, and I watched you all this week, and I'm gonna say this. I heard Coach Lambert yelling across the field a few times there. I knew he was over there coaching that scout D, and I knew what was getting ready to happen over there. It was some helmets flying around and some good pads smacking over there. You could hear it all over the field, and that was a treat for me to listen to and hear you guys over there with some great contact, fitting your blocks and driving some people out of there. And Vance was a part of that, and there were some scout team guys over there that were giving y'all some fits because Coach Lambert wasn't going to let them not give y'all fits.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of movement. And talk a little bit about practice this week. It's been a little more physical, a little more fun, a little more challenging for me to watch. I don't know how it is as a player for y'all, but it's been fun for me.
Yeah, it's been a lot more physical because today we done board drill, and then we stayed
Monday,
more.
we went inside for the whole hour.
Yeah.
Yes,
so we were
let's go inside for a whole hour. If you're an offensive lineman and you've done inside to get to go for a whole hour, it's got to be a treat.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
You leave a little more sore when you walk off the field, and you're a little more sore the next day for sure if you do it for an hour. So
getting those like things run.
I'm excited that Coach Branch has that going, and that you guys get that opportunity to transition that. Now, listen, we can practice those things all week, but if you don't transition it on Friday night, it's a no good. So hopefully on Friday, we are the physical team, and we bring the board drill to the game on Friday night. I think that's a difference for you, and I think as always, we want to be the physical football team, and if we're the physical, aggressive football team, we're going to win the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure, we did board drill today too. So.
Yes, 2 board drills. I love it. Maybe tomorrow on Wednesday. You know, Wednesday's my favorite day. It's the WIN, WINSDAY. Yes, so it's Wednesday, so it's my favorite day tomorrow. So we'll have Wednesday board drill tomorrow maybe, and we'll get to do that. That'll translate into something maybe on Friday for you guys. So, guys, it's been a fun week. It's been a fun season so far. We're just 3 games into it, or 4 games if you count the one we didn't get to actually play. But this is week 5 coming up right here. You got another great opportunity for a region win. It's important again, and we'll keep saying it and keep stressing it. We'll say it on the show. If you win, you got another chance to host a home football game in the playoffs, and ultimately that's what you want. So to have somebody have to come here in the environment that we create and beat us here is a tremendous task for any team. And we certainly welcome that and excited to get that opportunity. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week on the show and seeing you play on Friday night. All right, good deal. We'll be right back on the Davey Gillum Show. We're going to bring Waylon LaRue up and talk about some rushing yards and some things that are ahead of him, as well as Coach Gillum and Michael Malcote back for the Pick'em contest. You don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, $25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammer's popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4, $67,950. 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT, $41,950. 2023 Ford Escape ST Line, $28,940. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show. I got him back. He's back. Took a little break right there, but he's back on the show. We got him back, Coach. We're joined by Waylon LaRue right here. Waylon's had a spectacular season so far in 3 games right there, Coach. I can't remember his stat line. I know it's in the 3 games he's
for
got.
the 3 games. He's a little over 500 yards. I can't remember exactly. He's averaging between 160, 170, and a couple touchdowns a game.
Yeah, should have had an extra 100 yards Friday night. We've versed that well here tonight on the show. I think we've watched it 8 or 9 times, which has been great. And I don't ever get tired of seeing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the long run. I hate that it got called back.
So you can see the backside. We had zone right, and
we ran right
my
to
boy
him too.
Jeremy that just left. He blocked left and should have went right, and Dorton's supposed to go right, and he got the guy, so it turned into an illegal chop. We high-loaded guy. Had nothing to do with the play. Didn't affect the run at all, but it was the right call there. But it's a shame for us and for Waylon the run got called back. But it was still a spectacular run. Great blocking by the OL, setting up that wall for him and our H-backs, getting him around the edge, and then nobody's going to catch Waylon from behind.
Yeah. Coach Waylon also, he returns kicks for us. He didn't return one kick on Friday that almost went the distance, but he does return kicks for us. But we did have another huge kickoff return. We've got that thing set up. It's doing a great job.
Yeah, kickoff returns doing a great job right now. I do think we had 3 big returns Friday night. Every one of them get our hands on.
Johnson had one. Gabe St. John had one.
And Strickland
had one. Yeah, so really good.
Kickoff, special teams have been a real plus for us this year. Kickoff team got a lot better. We did better with our sky kicks. Jackson Payne.
Each week getting better.
Yeah, PAT was solid. We missed one. We had some new kids in up front.
Yeah.
Rakeem.
Freshman.
Came in.
Had a freshman.
Got in. Struggled a little early, but got better as it went on.
Went on. That's what it's about. It's taking that coaching and getting better. And I know at halftime you were working with him a little bit. Yeah, and he did a great job earning that spot and doing a good job making sure he got better at that as the game went on. Waylon, what are your thoughts about Friday night? What a great win for you. Congratulations, a region win right there. Talk a little bit about that, your team and the guys up front.
It was a great team win. At the end of the day, you got to give credit to the offensive line. It's a great first region win, too. Fulton was a better team than most of us had came out, and props to our head coach because, he's done a good job out there, and he's got them to playing at a higher level. They got some very athletic kids. very good receivers. They're pretty talented.
Some of those guys run track. You see them?
Yeah. Number 2 did run track.
Yeah.
Their best receiver. I've seen him a couple times. And, offensively, as a run back going against them, they're very athletic, so you got to be smarter with your play. And they're just as fast. Some of those kids are just as fast, as you. So you have to play smarter, and you got to play, to your ability and play different than them in a way.
That's great.
That's a good point, Waylon.
Yeah.
That kind of speed is unique, and there's definitely a different style you have to run with. You have to trust your block, trust your track, and get vertical, because any horizontal movement. And Waylon may be the fastest out there, but there's about 11 other guys on defense that are in the same category.
Yeah.
So any horizontal movement, you'll get chopped down pretty quick.
Sure. So what about this Friday? I know you've seen some film. We've looked at a little bit. Defensively right there, you feel good about getting to carry the football Friday and where it's going to take you Friday?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the offensive lineman said earlier, they run a 4-2 box. We like that. I think if offensive line, they can get a body on a body. They're strong, and they've done well this season. We had a little mess up last Friday, but they improve each game. They're very strong, like I said, physical, and they're smart as well, is what also I've noticed out of them. And they play all game. They don't stop, and they fight.
Yeah, what's fun for me is watching them. Sometimes you'll get the carry and you'll take off with it, but if you don't get to see it sometimes, maybe unless you see it later on film. They'll have a guy under the shoulder pad, and they'll take him 20 yards down the field.
Yeah, all the time. Luke Carroll did that to somebody. He front flipped off somebody last week. I saw him filming.
He rode all the way down the field and then front flipped at the end.
Yeah, what I love about the offensive line, though,
they're
is
having fun.
Yeah,
they're having a good time.
Yeah, they run down there with you. They come down there to celebrate too, and I love that, and I love celebrating with those guys. And they get really hyped up after a long run. They come, they pick me up, and we keep going. We move forward, and we just continue.
Yeah. Good deal. Love it. Coach Gillum, Friday night, again, rushing. Great job right there up front. We're known for throwing the football. Everybody knows we're going to throw the football, but to be able to rush it like we have has been a real fun for some folks to see. And me too. I've enjoyed watching us be able to run the football.
Yeah, and like we was talking earlier, that kind of balance is just key to late in the season. So, we could potentially put up more points if we just went and threw it every play, but your days are numbered. And honestly, the Bearden game, they were so talented on the back end too. That isn't somewhere you just want to live and die. Yeah. You can be really good in the pass game and go 3 and out real quick and put a really good team back on the field. So early in the season, we've just tried to play fundamentally sound football, play smart, play good offense and defense and special teams, and get in the flow, and then be a little more calculated about where we take our shots. And like we're saying, Landon's done a real good job when we give him those opportunities. And at the same time, we're trying to build that OL and Waylon for the long haul. Yeah. So you don't become just a great run blocking OL week 2 in the playoffs if you haven't been doing it all season.
Yes, sir.
So those OL, they got to get reps, and we all knew Waylon was going to be really good, but again, this is the first year he's got these kind of carries. So what we're seeing is what we was hoping for, that Waylon was going to get better every single game, every single rep, and that's what we're seeing. He's getting more and more comfortable. He's feeling a lot more free, and he's making some things happen on his own, some special things happen on his own, and that gives us a dimension, that we probably haven't had since Fox was here back in 2013 and 14.
Oh yeah, Michael, you got to see Waylon's dad, Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So you got is this guy? He reminds you a little bit of Dad there. His mannerisms and his not just how he runs, but his mannerisms and how he talks. And
I think Curtis was a little bit quieter. I mean, just
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard he was pretty quiet.
Now Curtis, though, he was super fast like Waylon, one step gone.
I was at another school then, and I remember hearing about the LaRue kid at Anderson County.
But they were different styles though. Waylon's more of your true outside, like Oregon type speed back, and Curtis was a thumper. He'd run over you.
Awesome.
He liked to hit.
I know you've got a little brother on the team this year. It's going to be a special year for you to get to do some of the things with your little brother. I know this weekend y'all got to go on a trip together to Middle Tennessee. How special was that to get to spend a day with your brother? And listen, little brothers, they take a beating sometimes. I get it. I see that. I know that.
He's not little brother anymore.
Yeah, he's taller than me.
He gave his little brother a beating right there for sure when they played here. So
you got to do it while they're small.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to grow up.
Yeah, it's awesome being able to spend time with your sibling outside of football or the house or anything. You can spend time with them at things like that. On the weekends you go watch other football teams play, MTSU and colleges and stuff like that, and it's a cool tradition. Yeah, exactly. It's a good, bittersweet moment.
I saw a great picture of you two guys together. What reminded me of that, I saw a great picture today of you two at Middle Tennessee together out there. And like I said, be sure you take advantage of those because they go away.
Yeah, they do. It goes by quick.
It's fun to get to play with your brother for a year and get to celebrate his successes, and for him to be there to celebrate with you, but also in practice to come and get you every now and then and get your attention. And he'll sneak up on you throughout this season. You will see your brother in practice, and eventually he's going to sneak up on you and pop you one time, and you're going to know he's there.
Yeah, probably.
I'm excited about that. I hope I get to see that because I know what's going to happen next. Guys, we got a great session coming up here, the Pick'em session. I'm excited about that. We've got some great games to look at. Coach, you want to talk a little bit about Seymour before we talk about the Pick'em session right there? Seymour, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff over there. It's at Seymour. It's down there in Chapman Highway. If you're not familiar with it, get ready for some wild traffic down Chapman Highway. So you have to leave a little early so you don't get hung up in the downtown traffic as you head out Chapman Highway towards the mountains right there. As you get out to the red light in Seymour, hang a left, and you'll be right there. Tell us a little bit about Seymour, Coach. Their head coach over there, Patrick Clark, does a great job.
They're
last year.
They're a little better this year than they were last year.
Big running back, right?
Especially offensively. They've got a quarterback back in, Guffey kid. He's actually was one of the up-and-coming quarterbacks in East Tennessee a few years ago. Had went to Bearden, and then when this kid from Mississippi came in, he actually transferred back to Seymour.
Yeah.
But he's a very capable kid. Strong arm.
Madden Guffey, is that his name? Yeah.
Maddox or Madden Guffey.
Yeah.
But I've actually worked with him a lot. He's trained with John David at some sessions over the last few years, so I've got to know him well. He is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Strong arm, very polished quarterback. Throws a very accurate ball.
Yeah.
But
their cup of tea is run the football, or
they've got a big tailback and a big H back.
He's big, number 24.
Their H back's kind of like Davis, is number
Ryan
0,
Gibson.
physical kid.
Yeah.
But they want to run the ball, and they're going to RPO with the quarterback, and they are aggressive with their RPOs. He's accurate, and he'll zip it in there. They will push the ball down the field in the pass game more than they've done in the past with this quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think offensively they're a really solid team. I think probably they're better on that side than they are defense. Defensively, they are big in the box, but team speed's not near anything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And I think they're aware that their team speed on the back end's not the same, so they play a little bit more of a cautious style of defense.
And throw it underneath a little bit.
Yeah, I want you to throw it underneath and things like that, and trying to keep a top on it. So it'll be a little bit different than what we've seen these first 3 games, where we've had really aggressive defenses, really aggressive secondaries, and a lot of movement. Probably less of that. These are things we're typically a little more comfortable with. So I would think offensively, if we play well, we could have a big night. I think defensively,
got to tackle the big boy first.
We definitely got to tackle. I think we've had the best week of practice defensively we've had this far.
Yeah.
Did a good job. Coach Howell, Coach Lambert really working some of these run fits and getting a better job. Also looking at moving Stephen Powers, our strong safety, down in the box and playing some linebacker.
He did a really good job this week down there.
And he's doing a good job in there. So excited to see how all that plays out on Friday. But I think our speed will be an advantage for us. Waylon's speed should be a real outlier in this game.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good opportunity for that big offensive line also to hit a sitting target.
One of the things I noticed, Coach, and I've always watched special teams, I noticed that they're a little unorthodox in their kicking game as far as where they kick the ball off at. It may land at the 30, it may land at the 20, it may land at the 10. You got to be ready in all those areas right there to catch the ball. They're not just going to line up and kick it as far as they can kick it. They're going to kick it in some areas and make your kids make plays. So kickoff return's going to be important this week, and we've been exceptional at that so far. But people have kicked it deep and allowed us to set that wall and get over there. But this week may be a little different, just because of their unorthodox scheme right there.
Yeah, and that's the thing about all these games. Everybody's strengths and weaknesses are different, and a smart coach is going to understand that maybe they're not a juggernaut on offense or defense, and going to
Try to steal
take
possession.
chances where they can. So even last week we knew that was on the table every time they kicked off. So you know, you and the kickoff return, those are things we addressed through the week, and we addressed every time we did have kickoff return. Hey, this could be an onside, this could be Scott.
Sure.
So you know, I think our kids will be ready for that.
Do it. Unorthodox PAT field goal unit as well.
Yeah.
They'll do a water bucket set over on the left. They'll bring those.
Yeah,
guys
they got
over,
some
and maybe
talented
they don't.
kids.
They throw it or run.
They'll line up in like
some
you're saying, a
different
water
things.
bucket set. Do a quick number count, and if you don't know how to line up to it, they're going to try and get their 2-point conversion. They got, you know, whether it's a quarterback run, lead, or a little option pass.
Yeah.
Either way, all those things built in. If you got numbers, they'll probably just going to line and kick the field goal. So Coach Lambert's done a good job of actually addressing that, making sure everybody knows what to do. So I think all those minor details we've addressed, and you know, it's still kids, so you never know. But that's all you can do.
Excited about that, Coach. We've been to Seymour, but we played there a couple times. Seems like one time for sure. I know. I don't know if we've played more than once there. Have you been there?
I don't think I've ever played at Seymour. I know we had them here in the playoffs a few years ago.
Right.
We had them here last year. I believe that's the only time.
It's been a while since I've been over there, I think. But they've got a new turf field. They got good facilities. Should be a great environment right there for us to go over there. And like I said, it's going to be won't be the environment that we generate here, but it'll be a good environment
but the thing about Friday nights is you get so few of them that they're all special, and you got to make sure your kids realize it's not always just about the crowd and the fireworks. You're getting to play on a Friday night, and it's a chance to go 2-0 in the region and 4-0 in the season, and a chance to get better, more importantly, for the playoffs.
Coach, we're at 3 minutes. Let's get on this pick 'em right here so we don't run out of time. You ready to go right here, Michael? You're going to start us off. We're going to start off with some high school. We're going to go Oak Ridge at McMinn. Oak Ridge Wildcats at McMinn.
I'm going to go Oak Ridge.
Oh, it's at Oak Ridge. Okay, so
I'm
McMinn at Oak Ridge.
I'm going to go Oak Ridge.
Okay, Wildcats.
Yeah, you know, we
got their first win last week.
We scrimmaged McMinn earlier in the year. A good-looking football team, but I think they do struggle a little bit at quarterback, and I can see it being hard to win a game of this magnitude without a little bit better quarterback play.
I'm going Wildcats. What about you, LaRue?
I think I'm going to go with McMinn County.
You went firsthand with McMinn, so you know a little bit about those guys. You're going to go McMinn. All right, Coach, you're up here. Where are we going to go second?
So we got Clinton and Powell.
It's at Clinton, right? It's at Clinton?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Clinton and Powell.
Yeah.
You know, in that one, I think Clinton's got some good kids. The Maddox kid, he's a special receiver, but I think Powell's a juggernaut in 5A right now. I think Powell probably wins that big.
They moved up in the polls quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Powell.
Me too. Deuce Rogers.
Powell Panthers.
Okay, next we got Gatlinburg Pittman at Fulton. The Fulton team we just played. Gatlinburg Pittman's been a little up and down. Mike, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Fulton.
Are you?
I think they'll rebound there.
Yeah, I could see the speed we saw on Friday night, probably an even bigger outlier in that Gatlinburg Pittman game. So I think if they can get to the ball and 4 on the outside, I think GP could have a long night.
I think that Fulton's banged up a little bit. And I'm gonna go Gatlinburg Pittman.
Fulton all day.
Fulton all day. Okay. All right. Let's go. Next one.
All right, we
Carter at Halls.
Carter at Halls.
The Carter Hornets.
I'm gonna take
Halls.
Halls.
In a couple of weeks here at Anderson County.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like Carter's putting up some points right now, but I think typically they struggle a little more up front, and Halls is pretty solid, so I'll take Halls as well.
Yeah, Todd Hilton does a great job over there at Carter. I'm going Halls.
Halls.
Okay.
Gotcha. And we
Last
got
one.
Gibbs at South Dual.
Gibbs at South Dual.
I'm going to take Gibbs.
Yeah, I think the
LA's
new coach, LA's doing his best, but I think they're struggling right now. Gibbs probably going to have that clock running.
Yeah. We saw Gibbs 7-on-7 this summer, so yeah, I'm going to go Gibbs for sure.
Gibbs.
So I hope Gibbs is undefeated when they get to Anderson County week.
I believe they will be.
It'll be great. That'll be an electric environment. So.
Okay, so we'll go quick on college. We got Illinois 24 at Nebraska 22.
I'm gonna take Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm going Nebraska.
Nebraska.
All right, then we got USC at Michigan.
USC Trojans.
Michigan. I'm gonna take Michigan.
We'll take USC big.
We're gonna be out of time. Join us next week on the Davey Gillum Show. We'll be back then. Oh, 5 more seconds. All right. Go Mavs. I thought you said we were out. That's good. That's a good show.